过去这2天，我们引用了美国前财政部部长，也是前哈佛大学的校长 Lawrence Summers 的谈话，也引用了好几位不同的专家的谈话。今天我们要引用一位欧洲学者叫 Lucas 的谈话。他说，川普在4月2号下午美东时间3点钟的那一场关税的演说，是他这一生所听过的最没有常识、最糟糕的一场演说。
Let me just say that I think that was the dumbest, most economically illiterate speech I have heard in my life. And I've heard a lot of bad ones. It was filled with lies and distortions. And I need to back that up. For example, the idea that the European Union has a 39% tariff rate on the United States. The weighted average of EU tariffs on the U.S. is 1%. Japan, which supposedly, according to Trump, had a 46% tariff rate, the weighted average of tariffs on U.S. products is 3.2%. Marcus Peterson, who was excellent, highlighted the fact that other countries which actually have high tariff rates, like Turkey, all of a sudden get favored treatment from Trump, at least relatively favored, by paying only 10%. What you had was someone who is the President of the United States speaking almost absolute nonsense. And the biggest nonsense of all was the idea that tariffs can replace income taxes and that they will lead to economic growth. They won't. Now, how bad is this? You have varying rates across the board. You have 20% on the EU. You have 34% on China, even higher on some countries. Lowest rates are still only going to be, are still at least 10%. The Aston Business School modeled this, and earlier this week came out and said, in the event of a 20 to 25% U.S. tariff, and we're roughly talking about that across the board, if the EU and other countries retaliate, the loss to the global economy will be 1.4 trillion. That is trillion with a T, dollars to the global economy. The tax burden, effective tax burden on the U.S. taxpayers will be $6 trillion with a T. This is one of the most, in addition to being economically illiterate speeches, it is accompanied by one of the most economically damaging actions that have been taken since the last round of high tariffs, which was in the 1930s, which helped lead to the Great Depression.
在这样一个重大的国际财经，甚至可能影响到国际政治、影响到外交、影响到战争的这样的一个时刻，文茜的世界财经周报，待会儿我们会特别访问朱云鹏教授，在 YouTube 里头为大家播出如何看待川普这一次的号称解放日的新关税主义。谢谢你收看我们电视版的文茜的世界周报，文茜的世界财经周报，我们下礼拜见，拜拜。